Kind of sucks.
Yo, I put
Should we race real quick?
Let's do it after. Also,
Hey, it works now.
Dawson just keeps delaying the race.
Now's a good time to do it because Tristan ran somewhere and now his.
Yeah, I may have tried to prep by
Also, we have. Let's just go now, and God's gonna kill us.
Yeah, we need to go before God kills us. Did you start it yet?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Duh.
Sorry.
It's fine. Thinking skinny thoughts.
Thinking skinny thoughts?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
You can't because you were on the podcast.
I mean, you can.
No.
We're married. God says it's okay.
Oh, we're all sitting in the back today?
Yeah, because there's 2 people up here.
Well, usually Tristan sits up front so he can hold the phone.
Yes.
And
I
Dawson, you
suppose.
hold the phone. Do I trust Dawson to hold the phone?
Just have it pointed towards us. If you want to, you can kind of keep it right there and just make sure it doesn't slip and fall. Yeah, it works.
Don't hold it like that. What are you
Yeah, we're
doing?
good.
What?
Just move.
Just gonna hold it like that. Yeah, there you go.
All right. Oh. Okay.
Mudkip's here.
Mudkip.
I'm gonna do this because my shoulders are too wide.
Last session was quite dense, so we should get started before God kills us.
We should get started.
Is that a crack? Yeah, that's literally always been there, and it's always been gigantic.
I remember it being smaller last time.
I like how we
It
said we're gonna need to
definitely
start.
wasn't.
We need to start, and then immediately got sidetracked.
That when you act like that doesn't happen every single time.
What happened?
Cards first, because that happened.
Oh God.
I got wealthy.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
God. Yeah.
And then all of his gold disappeared.
It filled in.
No.
It filled in drew a card that turned all of his gold pieces into platinum pieces, so effectively multiplied his wealth by 10.
The alchemist
Correct.
agreed.
And then Keith, you turned into a cockroach or some bug.
Oh,
thing.
the bug.
Oh my God!
The
I
bug
forgot
thing.
that.
The vermin. It's
We
such
get
a
struck
good
by
card.
lightning.
It
The
is-
monsoon is here.
It was very interesting, to say the least.
And then you guys got thrusted through hell. Because
Oh, yeah,
you had
I
your
know,
whole
the card.
There was another one
conversation.
That was you.
The
The
pit
deal?
fiend. Yeah, the dealer, the pact. The
It
pact.
was strangely Lamash too.
Coincidence.
Yes.
Okay.
I looked up demon lords.
Yeah, because she's like the only demon lord that's also a god,
Oh well.
Yeah.
besides like Satan or whoever it is in Pathfinder. She's the only abyssal demon lord who's a god, I'm pretty sure.
All right. So yeah, she popped up, tried to make Bella a deal, saying, "I'll give you part of my magic,
As long as you are evil.
as long
Chaotic
as you,
evil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
chaotic
she had to be
evil.
chaotic evil, and Vela is, I don't give a fuck, she's chaotic good. We steal. That's not evil. That's
Look,
not
we need it more than
objectively
them.
Chaotic good people can steal if you steal from the rich, technically.
We do.
Yeah,
I
we steal
think-
from everybody.
Yeah.
We steal from the rich because the rich tend to.
She's a
have-
good person, but she's greedy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody has their faults, okay?
Yeah, I was going to say,
Everyone has
good
their-
people can have flaws.
They're
No.
one flaw.
We're gonna die.
It's
No, we're not.
It's fine. It's like
Zeus,
cloud to cloud.
Zeus has had a grudge against me for quite some time.
We fight them constantly.
Literally.
This is why people panic when there's half an inch of rain. They're like, oh, lightning, and then crash on the
It's because
I-10.
people actually do get
It's
Let's
not
see
even
crashing
hitting
the
the
I-10?
ground.
I'll
Huh?
crash on it.
Fine.
Let's go.
I like how you guys are doing my rant for me this time.
It's not a
We're in
rant.
person.
They're
I
justified.
talk faster than I type. So after that, is that when the
it filled
dragon
in-
fighting happened?
Yes, if Philden decided to 1v1 Rash through.
Rash through was digging up through the ceiling.
Yes, and then if Philden full round actioned him.
Not
it
the
also-
first round.
Oh yeah, you
second round.
hasted and then fired.
Yeah.
All right, and then Lamash through was like, all right, well I'm gonna hit you, and
His-
then did
Rash
natural
through
attacks.
did, not Lamash 2. Let's get it, don't get
No.
it twisted.
Oh, did I say Lamash
Lamash
through?
2 did not hit him, he would have died instantly.
Rash through, hit Philden with natural attacks, and then
Rash through with natural attacks brought me down to 7 hit points in one round.
But you got a light on your bike.
Yeah, I did not see that guy.
He's trying to die.
Me too.
then Philden fired
5 shots.
5 shots, Did a decent amount. I think total you did like 95 to 100 damage.
How much HP did he have?
250.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's acceptable.
So after that,
We could have killed him very easily if we all attacked him.
Yes.
But why would we?
Fun.
I guess.
then he was going to Lamashtu was not Lamashtu. Good God,
Dude.
Rashthru was going to hit Ithilden again, but the rest of the party was going to intervene.
No, he did his Mixie's lure and it backfired because he had the crit.
Oh,
Right, that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. The rest of the party's going to go now. Vela tried Nixie's lure, failed critically.
He critically succeeded on the will save, which made it bounce back at me, which made
Oh, that's
me
what it
really
was.
into him.
So he just sat down.
Much to Ethereum's
Dismay.
horror.
He's not a demon; he's a dragon.
I don't think
Still.
Ethereum
He
got.
doesn't get to get in on all of it, you know.
Did Askelin make any moves?
No.
Okay.
That was not her fight.
I was gonna say I think you literally abstained from the fight.
I think Kasha.
I disarmed him.
I wasn't paid to fight.
I slowed him in the first round. I slowed
Yeah.
somebody. I think I slowed you, so your haste wasn't
No,
active.
because you
You were
were
deciding
contemplating
whether or
whether
not
you
you-
were slow,
Oh,
and then
that's
you
right.
Mixie's lured.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kasha
Disarmed me.
disarmed Ithilden from his bow. Fun fact: if you get a weapon cord, which is something that is very cheap, you can, as a swift action, bring it back into your hand as a swift action. Then Kiki was going to run around and deal non-lethal damage to make Ithilden pass out. Dealt enough damage to make Ithilden pass out. Dawson said,
So no. Before that attack would have happened, like I had thought the previous day that like, man, what if I just rolled like a d20 after seeing that he became a full-blown dragon, and if it like critically fails, I just have a heart attack and die, like on the spot. And then I let you know that, and you're like, yeah, roll. And then I rolled a 1, so he had a heart attack right as she hit me, and I fucking die from
You're
non-lethal
freaking-
damage.
Yeah.
I hate to see it.
No, it's great.
was it Kiki that tried to pick you up in her arms?
Yes.
Yes.
Kiki punched him in the fucking face. He had a heart attack, and then she was like, "Oh my god, what have I done?"
Oh shit! Fuck! Oh no!
Ithilden, basically, his body turned into an ethereal mist as the dragon
I'm just
was
gonna let
beginning
you
to
go.
inhale him, and then decided that he didn't want to piss off the rest of the party, so did not inhale him and just blew his spirit away as it continued to ascend.
Disintegrated with all his gold.
Damn! Didn't even get to keep his bow.
I would have. There is a thing, like what Devirg is going to start to save up on, like metagaming, is to get it to where I can just have constant stone skin,
Hell yeah!
just so that I can like. I would think how that would work was like, because there's like a damage cap to where stone skin wears off.
Right.
But like it would be like per fight, it would just always be active, and then if it drains out during that fight,
Are you putting it on a magic item?
yeah.
Okay.
That's how it would work. It would technically be like a rune, because I don't. He's a fucking.
Hold it like for me back.
He's like a just like he doesn't have anything, so it would just be like a rune
He has
inscribed
stick.
into him. Yeah, he's got a tree.
He has a magic loincloth.
True.
Loincloth of stone skin.
I found a spell in the Bard spell list that lets me turn markings on other people's bodies into acid.
I saw that
Oh, yeah.
too. There's something like that in Sorcerer Archetype or spell list.
So Ithilden dies.
Uh-huh.
Rashthru's like, all right, anybody else? And then everyone else is like, nope, keep digging, big man. And he's like, all right, and then kept digging. Got out of the underground. Everyone climbed up him. Ethereum failed his climb check, so he fell down. But the golden retriever just kind of went between his legs and flew him away. So everyone was like on the, or he flew him up to be onto Rashthru's back.
Do you think golden retrievers have wings?
No, he just magically flies.
Oh. Okay.
Lame.
Continue.
It just does that.
Chill, right?
So then everyone's kind of chilling on the back of Rashthru as he's flying toward the river Styx, which is kind of the whole point of Rashthru. And so attractive he is, and then regardless,
Did
in
Bella
theory,
have her
just
interaction
shoot.
with him before we left?
It's after you. It's when you got to the boat.
Oh yeah, no, he went to. Remember, he landed. Like he was like, let's
Oh yeah,
pull
because
over.
we had to go to his place, like his castle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we're gonna make a
Because
pit
the whole
stop.
time Bella was like oogling him because she was still under the effects of Nixie's lure.
Oh
Yeah.
right, and he rolled like super terrible sense motive.
Oh
to
yeah,
figure
he's
out-
like, why does she hate me?
Yeah, he like rolled a nat 1 on the sense motive to see what this bird is, acting like, and just was convinced that you hated him. Took a while for him to realize
on.
that you did like him, and then was like, oh yeah, sure, I need to make a pit stop near my nest area anyway.
I got time for a quickie.
So he like lands, and it's just a large circular structure, bit of a cave.
Is it a
They
circular structure or a cave?
It is a circular cave structure.
Like a pit?
Yes,
Okay.
with a ceiling on top. A mound.
A
Yes,
basement.
that's a great way to describe it. A mound.
A den of sorts.
A den. So everyone hops off, and then Rash Through's like, oh, I can make myself into a bit of a more attractive form if you would like, and then changes himself into a Syrinx, and
At this point,
mistakenly-
Dixie's lure had worn off.
Yes. It
Yes.
had like just worn off, and Bella was like, "Wait, what's going on?" And then he turns into, and then he was kind of like, "Hey, you like me? I can turn into a bird person too." And he turned into a bird person. Bella was like, "That looks like my fucking dad."
So that was immediately stopped. Then Rash was like, all right, well, while we're here, if you guys would like a very quick job, there is a dude who is occupying my den right now, and if you could get him out, that'd be fantastic.
We're just all standing there, and he's just like hanging out.
Yeah. So inside of the den is a dwarf who has made a little throne for himself. The den pretty much just has gold littered on the floor, and the dwarf is thinking that the people outside are his daughters. So
Sita and Disa.
Sita and Disa.
Which means
he is the head of
Sis.
Clan Finrar.
this man,
The one and only.
Bligma.
Bofa.
Both near Finrar. So you guys don't really go in, so he comes out. Or no, you guys initiate combat, he teleports behind you guys, and
Nothing
then
worse
Ricky
now.
just captures him immediately.
Chains of
then-
light.
And then Kasha goes in for the kill.
Well, someone else tried to coup de grace and failed.
I don't think so. I think Kasha went into coup de grace, and then it just turns out that he had that, like,
No, there was someone.
No,
that
I
he passed.
distinctly remember Alex being really frustrated because she didn't know how to coup de grace,
oh.
and then we had to like explain that it was just like rolling critical.
Yeah.
Was it Alex or was it Austin?
I'm
It was
pretty
one
sure
of
it was
those.
Alex.
Yeah, it was Alex. Okay.
Austin,
So-
I feel like Austin would know how to coup de grace.
Yeah, so Kiki tried to coup de grace. He beat the Fortitude DC, so he did not die. And then Kasha lifted up his beard and slit his throat, which activated
No,
a magic
before
item.
he died, while he was pinned, Vela was like, "Holy fuck!" Because I rolled a natural 20 knowledge check to find out who he was.
Oh, yes, it was
And-
a knowledge...
This dude's Bofa.
I was like, "That's fucking Bofa! Holy shit!"
Bofa.
And I walked over. I'm like, "Dude, I'm a huge fan. You can't sign my shit, so I'm just gonna take one of your fucking braids." Thanks."
Yeah, and then cut off a
One of his beard
lock of
braids.
his beard.
Which everybody else was horrified by. I thought it was funny.
So
It's like
basic-
circumcision, but for your pride.
Good God. So basically, this guy had a magic
It's
item
called
that
Rat
prevented him from dying. Then I think someone else just coup de grace him anyway, and he died, and it was very lackluster.
Well, he was still pissed.
Yes.
He was just like, why are we still in combat?
He
I
was
wonder
he was
why.
still helpless. Everyone got a decent amount of gold, and then hopped back on the dragon and started flying. Oh my God, this is a dense.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
We did a lot.
That's where I showed up, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
During the coup de grace the helpless man, a giant fell from the sky.
Which was weird because we were inside.
You guys were
No.
outside.
I don't understand the fucking. This is why you need visuals. I don't understand. I don't understand what the fuck kind of structure we were in.
There was a map.
It wasn't circular.
He teleported outside behind us.
Because we didn't go inside the place.
So everyone was by the front door.
We killed him outside.
Yes.
Yeah. Idiot.
Okay, I'm imagining like a pit in the ground.
No.
Okay.
No, you're
We
wrong.
didn't even walk into the building.
I didn't know it was a building. I thought it was a pit in the ground.
It was a mound.
With the whole.
That's the opposite
Hobbit
of a
hole.
pit. Oh, it's like the. Okay. See, you should have just said that.
He did.
You didn't say hobbit hole.
What's a hole?
It's a mound, Freddy.
Please stop bullying.
A mound is just a pile of dirt. Idiot.
Exactly.
He said with a hole in it.
Yeah, I thought the hole was
So
on
a
top.
stone giant drops from the
So
sky.
a stone giant drops from the sky.
And we're a little bit wary at first. Like, who is this guy?
Who is this guy?
Nobody
But
was
he
wary.
passes the vibe check.
I did pass the vibe check.
There was not a single second of
No,
tension.
no, he fell from the sky, dusted himself off, and went, well, that's one way to end an argument.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Dad.
And it was like, can I hang out with you guys for a while?
I am in fact not evil. I don't belong
Not
here.
dead in a race that is not guaranteed to be evil.
Like tieflings.
Ricky gets it.
Yeah. My character would have attacked if there wasn't, like, you know, some area to believe you're not just going to attack us.
If Askelin attacked him, we all would have attacked him.
Yeah,
It's like, all right, the smart lady's doing it. Kill him.
My
Stick 'em.
My int isn't even that high.
You're just
you make
the
good
smartest in
decisions.
comparison. Yeah, I'd say your wisdom is leagues above
I
the
don't
rest
think
of
anyone
us.
has int.
No.
No.
Vilden did.
Sounds right.
Yeah, I did have it. It's gone now.
It's gone.
So we got back on the dragon after we decided the giant was cool. And then he took us to the boat.
Yeah, someone else please take over. I've been talking a lot.
So once we get to the boat, I think he tries to make one more pass at like Bella, and then he
And
turns
she
into
was
like
like,
a
yeah, you
human.
you were my dad. I
He turned into a dragonkin, right?
Yeah.
After I said no, and then I was
Yes.
like, wait, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
And then it turns out he was a fucking 10.
Yeah, he was a 10 out of 10 dragon
And so
king
then Kasha's like, oh, hi.
with a fucking slab of meat. Like, goddamn.
Yeah. So then she invites him
Yeah.
on the boat. There's
So
like,
hold on,
oh,
you
wait,
skipped
wait,
stuff.
yeah.
A brick
because
of sirloin,
Kasha
if
got
you
a
card.
card, and the card lets me look into a mirror, and I
It's
like
a small painting.
a small painting. Sorry, because it's picture of Dorian Gray. It's a small painting, and it shows me like bits of my future, like or however horrific way I could die sometime soon. So looking into the portrait when she first got it, it was her in like a ceremonial sacrifice, just covered in ceremonial like stabbed by daggers,
Ceremonial
chest
daggers.
cut open,
Yes.
heart exposed. And then once we got to the boat,
Volleyball.
Kasha saw like cultists that had those daggers, and she freaked out and was like, "Hey, Rash through, please protect me. I'm like in so much danger right now."
I'm like in so much danger right now.
He's like, okay.
Please protect me with your cannon. Not from your cannon.
Oh my god.
Please, someone else talk.
Stop
I was
talking
just
to
gonna
him.
let you go.
So we walk up to
This is good content.
the creepy gooey boatman, and he asks us for a lot of money, and we all begrudgingly give him money that we just got from the dragon's
Well, hold
hole.
on.
Begrudgingly, we just had that shit. That's free.
So, Rash returns into a dragonkin. Y'all are in the line. In the line, there is a married couple that's in the very front. There are the cultists. There are two mercenary dudes, and then you guys.
Uh-huh.
There's a line to get onto the Louisiana steamboat style River Styx boat, and
should have sank with us.
Is that man riding a shrimp? Whoa!
Shut the fuck up.
The married couple were able to pay their way, hop onto the boat. The cult had to like kind of scrap together all their gold to get onto the boat, and they had a lot of prisoners in cages that they were bringing on there, which is why they had to pay so much gold. Then the mercenaries that were getting on board didn't have the gold for it. They wanted to force their way on. The dude speared through them.
We learned through world building whatever that if we try to oppose the ferryman, we die.
We should have done.
I mean,
it
he's
anyway.
just the ticket master. He's not even the ferryman.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we get on the boat.
So then you all come up, you guys pay, and you get onto the boat, and we'll pick up from there. The pause on this. Did you watch me do that?
Yes.
Okay, because I didn't see that you were making eye contact with that, so it was like perfectly timed. whatever. Whose door is not closed?
Mine.
What were we talking about?
So
We just
you guys got
on
onto the boat. You guys got onto the boat.
The Boat.
What?
The
The
cultists
boy
all. I'm holding that in a horrible position.
Silencing us. Mudkip's here also.
Mudkip's here also.
Thank you, Mudkip.
So the cultists, the
Peace be with you.
the married couple runs into like the first
Oh.
room that they can see.
This way.
The cultists occupy the rest of the rooms on the first floor.
Oh, wait. Because Kasha was so afraid of the cultists and Rash through switched targets, he killed like.
That's later.
No.
That's later.
After we get off the boat.
I thought it was before they even
Nope.
got on.
Nope.
That's later.
Damn. Okay. Sorry.
Spoilers.
Spoilers ahead.
Unbelievable.
Devurg is too big to get inside.
I'm sad that his name is not Devurg.
I can
Dwarf Dwarf?
recall that. No, I did, because you reminded me of that.
Well, because the guy asked, like, that was later. We get asked our full names, and you didn't say Devurg.
He did.
Back to
My
the,
last
just
name is not
weird.
weird.
We're getting there.
back to the boat.
Devurg is too big to get inside of the steamboat, so
God.
he goes and sits on like the balcony of the second floor. The rest of the party goes upstairs. Kasha and Rash through get into the first available bedroom in the upstairs. Aetherian basically gets the one that's across the hallway and one further away so that he can be close enough in case there's danger, but doesn't want to hear anything else otherwise. Kasha's upset because she ain't getting any.
That's not Kasha.
Not Kasha. Vela's upset because she ain't getting any. Kasha's pleased for getting plenty.
More than anybody deserves, really.
I also got 1,000 gold out of it. I stole from him.
Yeah, Kasha. How did you convince him?
One of our earliest, fondest memories together was when Lucifer showed up and then I passed out on a pile of gold and I'm like, let's recreate that.
Oh yeah, so
give me
Rash
a
through opened up a
pile of
small
gold.
portal to his hoard and poured like a small mat of gold, and then they had adult activities on a pile of gold.
And then I took some,
Uncomfortable.
kept it with me.
Had uncomfortable activities?
I'm just saying that would be uncomfortable.
It would be uncomfortable. It would, yeah, anyway. No, fuck!
Please don't fucking do that.
Sorry.
Holy shit.
That's not even loud to me, I
It is
apologize.
not as loud as you get most episodes. You have
I'm
no
driving.
I don't trust him. Stop yelling next to me.
Yeah.
So anyway, Kasha and Rash through. Oh, whoops.
Goddamn idiots.
How the hell do you guys catch that? I don't understand.
Rash
'Cause
through
we're
and Kasha
trained.
made blacks. What was everybody else doing?
This is your fault, Ricky.
Vela was squished up against Aetherian the entire time. Because
Oh, right.
that's
These are
the
consolation prize.
Yeah, that's the only time he allows any affection. Is when she's sad.
I was on the prow of the boat,
Ha.
keeping watch.
Prow?
Is that what's
The
front?
bow.
Bow.
Yeah.
There you
No.
go.
That's the front.
The front is, what is it?
The bow.
Okay. Then yes, the bow.
Should have been. No, never mind. I don't want to get in nautical terms.
What was Asklin doing?
Asleep. This was where I was super distracted and clicking on countries. Because I
Mommy
knew
knows where
I wasn't
Lithuania
going to
is.
do anything until shit hit the fan because I didn't have any plans on the boat
Yeah.
and
That's fair.
stuff was happening.
So since
We all
everyone
wake
was
up the next morning.
Well, since everyone was in their rooms, Devurg was actually the only one who actually got to see the transition from the gray sandstone landscape slowly morph and transition into the red hellscape that is the first
Sign
layer
says
of...
it, now entering hell.
Yeah. Now, welcome to the Infernal Pit.
Have fun.
Have fun.
It's strange how the sign said Nevada.
it was like crossed out and said hell under it.
We should do that next time we go up there. Just pull over. So the
conspiracy
boat
to commit a crime right there. I'm gonna have to edit that.
In
out.
Minecraft.
In
Minecraft.
Java edition,
Java Edition, Pocket Edition.
Pocket edition.
Yeah, there we
You
go.
literally can't say in Minecraft. They have that on a watch list.
Yeah, but that's why you add in Pocket edition
All right.
because they don't know to look for that
It's
part.
your funeral.
I'm gonna die anyway.
I'm sure that the feds are listening to this podcast, trying to get them catch people who are going to commit petty vandalism.
Should be in Murder Miners. They don't know what that is.
I know what that is. Got a lot to get through.
Moving on.
Not much after this.
So
Yes, there is.
everyone gets off the boat. The cultists get off the boat first. Kasha and Rashthru collect themselves because Rashthru used his claw to tear off Kasha's clothing. So he
Nice.
cast mending, got Kasha's clothes all
What
together.
a nice guy.
Kasha, while Rashthru was asleep, Kasha did a sleight of
You
hand.
did skip over the argument about whether or not there was going to be a new baby dragon kid.
Okay, all right.
This
Well,
is prime podcast.
I'm gonna let everyone bully me for a while. I'm gonna sit here and take it.
Why are we bullying you? You reap what you sow, ladies.
Reap what I sow.
It
So,
was- it was
why are
just
we
so-
bullying you?
It was.
oh, okay.
I was bullying him a little bit because it was the first time that any of us had to roll anything like that, and he was coming up with stuff retroactively. But it was just this moment.
He remembered that that's possible.
That is possible.
Mm.
Well, it occurred to me that this is the first time that the ladies have slept with a man who would
Pike?
like to have offspring.
Oh. Pike was a gunslinger. He didn't have mage armor.
Mike. Pike was not a gunslinger.
Oh.
The bartender had a gun.
Same difference.
He had a lambskin. So,
Okay, first off, I'm gonna call bullshit on that. The dudes in the underworld, you really think they sell those by the side of the road?
he's got them.
Okay.
Just from when he died. You know, gotta keep those
Okay,
fucking things
so,
on you.
How old are they? Do they still work? Are we gonna have to roll for Kiki anyway?
Do you have to roll first pull-out game?
Yes.
I wonder
From
why
now
I was
on,
looking
yes.
at countries.
I'm remembering now. So, Kasha rolled.
He did
the,
try.
The way that it works is the lady rolls the fertility DC, and then based on the fertility DC, the male roll. My tongue's frozen.
I like how
Rolls.
you corrected you said the correct term as if you were making fun of it and then said the wrong term again.
Rolls their fertility DC as well, and then that determines if pregnancy ensues. Kasha rolled low enough. Kasha rolled low enough that
First time I was happy to see a 2 on that dice. Thank God.
yes, that Kasha was not fertile during
My
that
man's
time.
pull-out game was non-existent.
Non-existent. It's almost like he wasn't even trying.
One would say intentional.
You see why I don't want you to share this with my former coworkers, Dawson?
Should I talk about that?
No.
Damn.
What, you don't want them to hear about how
No, I gaslit him into thinking I showed it to one of my coworkers.
I'm just glad Kasha didn't decide to go ask Aspen for help.
yeah, that would have been very awkward for everybody.
Hey, Asklin, I have a question for you.
Hey, do you know any spells?
Do you have mage armor? Can you cast it on him? How long does it last? Can you stand by and cast it again, halfway through?
Can you do a heal check to get us tested real quick?
I'll knock on the wall and then just cast it again, okay?
So we get off the boat.
The boat would have
We
burned.
got off the boat.
Yeah, we get off the boat. Rashford this entire time doesn't have any clothes, so he's
Yeah,
just...
hold on. I feel like mage armor from Askelin would be painful.
We're both parties involved.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yes.
It's not an elemental spell. I don't turn into fire.
It's like Trojan Fire and Ice, but there is no ice.
I can't
It's
do
flavor.
that.
It's icy hot.
It's flaming hot. Cheeto dust.
So the party gets off of the boat. Rashthru Kasha, I think at some point, oh yeah, Rackster was like, so why were you afraid of the cultists? And then Kasha explained it, and then he was like, oh, well in that case, just unhinged his jaw and then sprayed out an acid spray and liquefied 8 of the 10 of them, and said, oh, okay, they shouldn't bother you. And then the party made their way to the nearby building, which was the first building for that leads off from the boat. The DMVs, which was the Devils Maneuvering Various Souls. It's a sorting building.
Did you come up with that?
Yes.
My God.
So the party comes in. It had different sections for killed, not dead. I wish I lost. Yeah. Just
Sacrifices.
Oh yeah, sacrifice. Thank you guys.
Was funny, yeah.
The other one was confused, I think.
So the party. Whoops.
Stranded was one of them, wasn't it?
Lost?
I can't remember.
Lost?
A lot of synonyms.
What line did the party go through?
Not dead.
Not dead.
Yeah, there's
Alive.
Like a live one or not dead. We're like, that's us.
Ethereum went first.
Well, Kasha was. You guys had to wait for a brief time. Kasha was playing cards with the people that they were waiting with.
Yeah.
So Ethereum went first, and the devil behind the counter just hunched over, big long nose and chin and long ears, small little vestigial wings. Just like, hello.
We casted haste on him for Pronto.
Yeah, got haste casted on him pronto, and he was like, oh, well, thank you. All right, let's get this going. Ask for everyone's name, how to spell it, race. You creeping?
Episode by episode call out of Austin. He was telling me that like, because he went first and they asked his full name, and like he said Ethereum, and the guy was like, last name.
Mm-hmm.
And Austin said that he hadn't come up with one yet, which is cringe. But and he was like thinking like, oh shit, like what do I say?
This is coming from the man who used to make fun of me for making last names for my characters.
That never happened. That literally never happened. He literally just made that up.
His source?
I made it up. And he was telling me like, I would have just made one up on the spot, but I feel like Ethereum would like keep that secret. I'm like, what?
Sure,
The fuck? What? First of all, who's coming after you besides like demons who don't need your name?
They don't care about your
Like-
last name. They don't care who your dad is.
Like, I just, it was just.
I'd withhold information from demons just cause. Fuck that.
yeah.
You don't get to. Sorry.
Yeah, I do.
So.
Did you have Askelin's last name ready?
Yes.
Nice.
He's had it. It's in his Discord.
Yeah. It has
Oh,
a name
yeah, you're right.
behind it also.
I think it was literally just Austin who didn't have a last name, because even Kiki had one like unlocked.
It was Kiki.
I didn't have
Yeah.
a last name, and then Freddie reminded me that my name is Devere, so I just made that my last name.
I always thought it was a
Also-
play on Duran.
No, so I think I told you about it on the podcast like ages ago, but it's like a way how like one of like the D&D things that I watched growing up, where it was one of the dwarf like subtypes would talk in the last sentence of their like the last word
Imagine
of
watching
their
D&D
sentence they
stuff
said
while you're
twice.
growing up.
And so I was gonna do that, and their names were Devere. That's the like the type of dwarves they were, but he's dwarf in Norse, and so that's what he's like a
yeah, that's
short.
what
He's a short giant, so he's named dwarf.
So he likes being tall around us.
Yeah, basically. But I would because I know I'm not gonna remember to do that, so I do plan on doing that like gimmick. But I'm just gonna bullshit it and say that he's trying to lose his accent. So if I ever forget, that's the reason.
Okay.
It's like when I was playing Horus, and if I ever slipped out of it, it was just like, oh, sorry. It's because he's been in America too long.
This Night City got this influence. After everyone got their name,
We can sit in the parking lot for a little bit, so.
we don't have too much longer to go. After everyone got their name signed and sealed onto a scroll, they were handed their scrolls and then sent over to
real
another.
quick, I do want to point out, Kasha had that moment of I'm a catfolk and doubt, and that was fun.
Yeah, I'm a
Understand.
cat folk. And then just looking at me, I was like,
Are you diseased? Or...
I'm a Sphinx on my mother's side.
yeah.
Everyone got their scrolls. They went over to
I would like to, total side note, I found out recently that if you, like, take, like, one of these, I don't know what it's called, but, like, the kind of beeper this is, or, like, your car keys or whatever, and put it up to your jaw.
We've
literally done this before.
We have mentioned this 4 weeks in a row.
Really?
Every single week it's been brought up.
Oh
I
my
don't know
God.
why.
I'm gonna go again, because I was too close, because this car came by. So continue.
the party was directed to the next room. The next room was
No, it's like my memory is actually terrible.
I
like,
know
genuinely,
that's why.
and I'm very self-conscious about it. Thank you very much.
is a bearded devil who was directing people to different portcullises.
It
was
seemed
a-
like you were baiting us for a fight because we kept going into rooms where like nothing was really happening.
It was a shallow
Like,
indent.
hi.
There was five
Oh, it's a cop.
That was a little scary.
5 different holes in the
Oh
wall,
my god.
with numbered 1 through 5. Takes a look at Aetherian's scroll, tells him number 1. Aetherian walks over into the cavity, and the cavity bursts into
Diagonally.
black flames, and then he's gone. Party freaks out for a second, and the guy's like, "Will you calm down?" Tells Vela 1, and then everyone basically goes through there. Y'all get transported into a train car. The train car is moving around one of the large hell cities. You guys see buildings passing as you're going through. Once the train stops, which Devere is hilariously just sitting down with his
He's too tall.
butt on the floor, head under the ceiling. Actually, that would have been kind of funny with his head just like burst through the ceiling, just like stuck. Anyway,
You're racking up the dice.
I really am.
You're not gonna have any dice left.
Sorry, guys, we can't play. The DM doesn't have any dice. The train stops. Another bearded devil comes up into the train car, informs people they need to come out. Y'all get out. The exit of the train car leads you to entryways to a building. However, each train car in the line is facing this building, and each section has its own doorway. There is a fence between all the different train cars, so you are all segregated from each other. You are all put into a line, and he opens up the door, and some flames come out, and he says, "Get in." And then the party gets in, doors close, and 3 bursts of flame pop up, revealing 3 barbed devils, and that's where we stopped it.
Crazy. Does anybody have anything to add that they'd like to be on this episode of the
Not
podcast?
really.
I might give.
Does he have a name now?
Mudkip?
No, I know, but like, is he main with the dog tag?
It says
Charities?
Oh,
In
his
love.
name is Charity.
Oh, in love.
That's his name.
First name Love, last name Charities.
Are we done? Do
I
you
think
have
we're
anything
done.
else to add? Okay. Kind of an anticlimactic end.
Well, it's
Do something then.
Oh. Godstone a Rager.
Strike me down, God.
I did have to spend this week coming up with the details of the next session, because that's where my outline went from like detailed to like skeleton. And I was like, oh, oops, I forgot about that.
What?
Just I had to fill in more details for the plot stuff.